Milwaukee Mom, and I'm joining you today from Burn Boot Camp in Waukesha. And I'm joined by Carrie and Karen, who are, yes, Carrie and Karen, and it messes me up sometimes. But they're the franchise owners here at Burn Boot Camp in Waukesha, and right now they've got a really fantastic deal going. Tell us about Commit to Fit and what it is and why people need to know about this.
So Commit to Fit is a 4-week program that we are offering right now. It actually started yesterday, but you can join it at any time, and it consists of 2 major components: a fitness challenge and a hydration challenge. And so first part is hydration challenge, and it is drinking a gallon of water a day. There's so many benefits. We preach all the benefits as to why you should be drinking water a day, and so we're challenging everybody to make it a habit to get in a gallon a day.
My husband has been teasing me mercilessly about schlepping my jug around.
Yeah.
And what about the fitness component?
It's 9 movements a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to start every camp out with 3 specific movements that we do for 10 minutes at the beginning of every camp. And what it is for you to track your progress. We have accountability trackers for that as well. But so Monday we did 3 movements, tomorrow we're going to do 3 different movements, and Friday we'll do 3 different movements. And so for the first 3 weeks of Commit to Fit, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're starting every camp out, first 10 minutes, working on those movements, counting our reps, tracking the size weight that we use. And then the final week is the culmination. It's called Fire Week. And we're going to string all of those 9 movements together into one crazy workout. And we're actually going to do it on Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to have our regular camps, keep working on those skills. We're going to have theme days as well too. And then Friday, we're going to string all those movements again together for Fire Week.
Wait, so the only one you're really in competition with is yourself.
Yep.
You know, so like by having that accountability and going, okay, so I made it through 4 rounds this time, next time I'm going to try to get through 4.5, or I started with 10-pound weights, let's try to see if I can, by the end of it, I can do 12, you know. I like that a lot about this experience, and that I'm not competing with the woman next to me, I'm really just trying to better myself. One of the cool things about Burn Boot Camp is that, you know, obviously, as we all know, it's a crazy year, right? And so for folks that aren't quite ready to come into the gym, they do offer Zoom workouts, where for some of the sessions for the folks that are in camp, they have a live Zoom workout that you can join in from your living room, from your driveway, your basement, your backyard, wherever it is that you're able to join. You can still be a part of that Burn Boot Camp experience from home. However, there's definitely some things that you're not gonna be able to get unless you are in the gym. And a few things that I can attest to are, first of all, the space. As you look around here, it's really easy to be distanced from people, which is really great. I like that I can get modifications. I am not a fitness person by any stretch, and these ladies will tell you that, you know, for years before setting foot in here, I didn't really do anything because I was too scared. But the space here, the environment, the encouragement from the trainers and the franchise partners it can't be duplicated. And finally, I mean, I love that I get my form corrected. I say, okay, this is too hard, let's try this, and gives me a modification. I would have never known that I could have like put my hands up on a ledge to give myself a few extra inches when doing things like burpees or mountain climbers. That really makes a huge difference. So that has been, for me, something very unique to this space that I've really, really liked.
So we still have a few spots left. Through this email, we will have a link that you can go ahead and put your name on our list. Sign up. It is 4 weeks for $99. Even if you sign up later in this week, it's 4 weeks from the day that you sign up. So you've got 30 days to come in and use it. If you're out on vacation or your kids are back in school,
nice.
Or whatever the case might be, you have 4 weeks. 4 weeks to use it, but it's a 4-week voucher. In addition, for those that are part of the Milwaukee Mom community, for those that sign up in the next 5 days, through September 13th, you get one of our gallon water bottles. So this is only exclusive to those that are with the Milwaukee Mom community, because we love Sarah and we want to extend that warm welcome to all of you. So.
All right, and if you keep watching, we're gonna show you exactly what one of the workouts from Burn looks like. So stay tuned, there is going to be a core and cardio workout coming up that I just survived, which is why I still look like this, that you can do without any equipment whatsoever. It's just straight up body weight, and it is a tough one, but I think you're gonna like it. So stay tuned for that.
What's going on, Milwaukee Moms? It's your head trainer here for Burn Waukesha, Lucas, coming at you guys today with a quick core and cardio workout that you can do from home. Join with me, Sarah. You guys all know her already. She's going to be doing the modifications for you guys, showing you guys the forms of the exercises as we go through them. So I'm going to go through the exercises here, explain how the timing is going to work, and then we'll hop into the workout itself. All right, so for the workout, guys, we're going to have 3 sets today. Each of those sets is going to have 2 unique movements that are going to last for 60 seconds apiece. So you're going to go from exercise 1, 60 seconds, exercise 2 for the next 60 seconds, and then repeat back through that before moving on to the next one. So we're going to demonstrate both of those movements here before hopping in. Movement number 1 is going to be an in and out. So we're going to come down to that floating floor or that floor at home that you guys are on, hopefully sitting on a yoga mat, something soft. We're going to balance on our glutes here, kind of sitting in that V-shaped position. This is going to be the slightly more challenging option of it. For that in and out, we're going to straighten our legs out as we lean back. You want to have your heels hovering above the ground and your shoulder blades slightly off the ground at the back. We're going to come up to the top, hug the knees, and then go right back into that next rep, squeezing the core at the top and breathing out. Now, if that one's a little challenging, we have a modification for you guys. We're going to bring our wrists underneath our shoulders, and then we're going to tuck those knees to the chest. At the top, holding that squeeze in the core, and then slowly lowering back out. The farther out your legs go, the more challenging it's going to be, and the more your torso comes back, the harder that movement will be. So you can modify that modification based on where you're at and based on how many rounds you've gone through. Movement number 1 is the in and out. Movement number 2 coming up, guys, we're going to go into a power plank. This movement here is going to be a little bit more cardio based, and it's going to require being in a high plank. We do that a lot here at Burn. Just means that the wrists are underneath the shoulders and the feet are out behind our body. We're going to keep that core brace while in that high plank position, and with that power plank, you want to hop the feet out nice and wide and land with the weight in the heels. Once you finish that, feet are going back together behind your body before you're going into that next rep. Remember, you have 60 seconds here for that power plank to get in as many reps as you can. If you want to modify that, you're still going to be in that high plank position, except this time you're going to step 1 foot out to the side at a time, either that left side or that right side. Try to have that weight in the heels as you come forward. So just like Sarah's doing here, keeping the core tight, bringing that foot forward, trying to get it out right outside of those wrists so the toes come up to the fingertips as we go through. That's movement number 2, the power plank. So set number 2, guys, coming up, we have our next set, our next 2 movements. Movement number 1 is going to be a ski ab half burpee. So we're going to be back in that high plank position that we did for that power plank. Wrists underneath our shoulders here, core is engaged and the feet are out behind us. This time as we hop the feet forward, we're going to keep the feet together, land with the weight in the heels, and then go back to the center. From here, hopping it out to the left side, coming back to the center, and then we're going to hop through, landing with that weight in the heels here. The harder or the farther you land with the weight out to the side, the easier it's going to be to sit down to that rep. We're then going to come up into the top for a jump squat. So that's that first option for it. If you want to modify it, you're going to step both feet out to that right or that left side, bringing them together before going back to that center. Stepping the feet out to the right, back to the center, and then we're going to walk it through the top or hop, and then stand up to the top of that rep, going into a calf raise to modify that motion out. Core tight, high plank position, walk the feet through, or you can hop them through as you go through those reps. Coming on to our next movement for set number 2, we have a cricket climber into a steam engine. So for this one, we're going back to it. You guys at that high plank position. So wrists underneath our shoulders. There's a lot of that today throughout the workout. So get comfortable with that one. Core is engaged the whole time through. Wrists underneath the shoulders. For that first part of that motion, that cricket climber, our goal is to bring our knee to our opposite elbow while keeping that core engaged. We're going to do that 4 times, 2 on each side. Once we finish those, we're going to hop the feet forward just like we did for that half burpee portion of it. We're going to come up into what we call a steam engine, bringing that knee to the opposite elbow, going for 4 reps as we go through. So the number 4 is important for this one as we go into it. Modification, still going to keep that same cricket climber in. You can slow down that pace as you go through. Core stays tight though, knee drives to the opposite elbow. We're then going to walk up to the top and go into those same exact steam engines at the top. 4 reps. Again, modification for this one is the pace at which you go through them. That's movement number 2 and finishing up that set number 2. One more set to go here. Set number 3, guys, coming back at you. We got 2 and the final 2 movements for the day. Movement number 1 is going to be a raised leg toe touch. So for this one here, we're going to be laying down flat on the ground. We're going to point our heels up towards that ceiling above us, and we're going to try to pull our shoulder blades off of the ground for this rep. Fingertips come to tap the shoelaces, and then you're coming back down. The longer you hold the squeeze at the top, the more you're going to feel that in the core, and you're trying to breathe out, squeeze the core at the top of every single rep before coming back down to the ground. If you want to modify this one, simply enough, it's going to have the knees bent at a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to still try to tap those shins or those shoelaces. Main point here being to get the shoulder blades off the ground every single rep. Breathe out on the way up, squeeze the core, and then come back down for that next repetition. That's movement number 1. Movement number 2, we're going to come into this one here. We're going to go back into that high plank position that we all love by now. So this is going to be wrists underneath our shoulders, and we're going to come into a single arm plank jack. This one here, take your time building up the speed with it. I'm gonna show you guys in a slow motion and then speed up the pace as we go through. So wrists underneath the shoulders, feet are up behind me. To start, I'm gonna hop my feet out to the side as I raise my arm out in front of the body. Coming back in, arm goes back down, feet come back together. So 1 rep at a time, alternating the arm that you raise as you go through those reps, picking up that pace here as you get comfortable with that exercise. Core stays tight, hips stay in line with the shoulders. Now, modification for this one here, high plank position, you can slow it down or you can just hop the feet out behind you, going into more of what we call a plank jack here, where you hop the feet out wide and then hop them back together. Sarah's doing a good job of keeping her hips in line with her shoulders here and keeping that core engaged, and that's what you want to see when you're going through those single arm plank jacks. That's that third and final movement, guys. Remember, 60 seconds per exercise, 2 rounds through each set, and work your way through each of those exercises, feeling your core, squeezing and modifying as you need. That's all I got for you guys today as far as the workout goes. We got our finisher here at Burn, which is the toughest part of the workout, so we're gonna hop into that here on that next clip. All right, guys, for our finisher here, the grand finale, the toughest part of your workout, we have something called a bicycle ab. So Sarah's gonna be showing the mild version, I'm gonna be showing the normal version as we go through here. So we're both gonna lay down on our backs, and we're gonna start by trying to bring the opposite elbow to our opposite knee. Now, if you wanna modify or have that more challenging, heels stay off the ground the entire time. As you're coming up to the top, squeeze the core as the elbow meets the knee at the top of that rep. If you want to make it a little bit easier, go ahead and drop the heels down to the ground. Still going to be a heck of a challenge as you go through those reps. Really holding that squeeze at the top and making sure that you pull your shoulder blade off the ground as you come through each repetition. Breathe out at the top, work your way through that 90 seconds and burn out that core. There we go. Thank you,
That's
Sarah,
the
for those
longest
demos.
90 seconds ever.
It is a long 90 seconds, but you guys can do it. You guys are going to come out stronger for it. I'll see you guys next time.